It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll play host to a battle between conferences. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Giants, and it comes your way next.
Greetings from just across the New York-New Jersey border in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, partner. A couple of teams that feel like they have all the pieces. Just came up short last year. They were so excited to get 2024 going and try to make another run to get into the postseason.
Yeah, and both these teams absolutely fall into that category. And just last year, going into the season, Mike, not only did they have playoff expectations, but in a lot of ways, they had Super Bowl aspirations. They believe that if the things fall their way, they catch a break, they continue to stay healthy, the roster they have put together is a playoff roster, if not a Super Bowl roster.
Here is Cam Little, ready to get this thing started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Eric Gray to return it. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by their rookie quarterback out of Ole Miss.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And will mark him down up beyond the 30.
And I think this is something we're going to see a lot here tonight. The ability to use this run game to really set the tone coming out here for this offense.
1st and 10. Slayton is the man in motion. Now, faking the give. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
3rd and long. Back to throw. And they'll finally track him down as he takes it up to the 45-yard line.
Just when you're thinking defensively that you've got the play covered, the quarterback's able to tuck it down, escape, and somehow pick up the first down.
Couple of first downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable?
In trouble, and down he goes. That is Josh Hines-Allen from his defensive end spot to record the sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
You think back just a few years ago, Mike, Trevor Lawrence coming out of Clemson, he was regarded as one of the top quarterback prospects of the last decade, and at times he's fit the billing, but it's been the inconsistency, protect the ball, turnovers. If he can clean up a lot of those miscues, he could be one of the top quarterbacks in this league.
Lawrence going to keep this himself. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the first down.
Here's carry #1 for Travis Etienne. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. A tight end in motion now. They'll run it once more with Etienne. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They go play action for Lawrence. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Michael McFadden.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to wrap. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
The home team's offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. He'll get this out to the left flat. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
The ability to sustain possession and continue to get new sets of down, it just allows more and more opportunities for those eventual chunk plays, and that's what every offense in the league is looking for. But the more first downs, the more snaps, the more opportunities.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down. Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. This one is hauled in by Daniel Bellinger. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. Slayton is the man in motion. Here's a run. A short gain, down to the 7. Here now, 2nd down and goal. They'll go with him again. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. Third and goal. He'll look to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, New York.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. He's got it. And the Giants will take a 7-0 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, it's Parker Washington. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They had that pick on the opening drive that led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back 1st and 10. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Once again, it's ETN. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here. And that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. Third down and 9. Play action now. It's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Giants offense ready to get back at it. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
He'll get it into the hands of Slayton.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They go zone read here on 3rd and short. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes. That run, that's enough to move the chains.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Foye Oluokun with the play. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Left side, that's Johnson. He's going to have that first down, gain of 6 as they convert on 3rd down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
That is caught. It's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass.
He is in. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, Giants.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Gano on to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Giants move out on top, 14-0. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jags offense ready to get back to work. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. They put Strange in motion. On 1st down, Lawrence. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away. They'll go down as an incompletion.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. He'll manage only a couple. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He'll try to run for it. Trevor avoids the hit, takes a slide, but also picks up a 1st down. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the 1st down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
He finds his tight end. That's Brenton Strange. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Lawrence now to throw on first down. That's complete to Etienne. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
2nd down, Lawrence. Off he goes. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. He'll get this one complete to Brown. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to run it, and he's into the end zone. Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Jaguars are on the board. It's now 14-7. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Ray gonna return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Giants offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Second and 7. He'll drop to throw. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He's got his tight end. That's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. Back to the air one more time. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. The Giants going to call their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
They'll look to throw again. Open man is Robinson. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield, so it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time?
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A first down throw for Lawrence. The throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports Studios and our halftime report. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to about the 29. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
From the gun, a give to Etienne. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll give it to Etienne on the option. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Now Lawrence on the bootleg. Catch made right side by Thomas. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Back to throw. Lawrence. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
On the ground, here's Etienne. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs. Back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he will score. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jaguars. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Jaguars are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. On the zone read, a give to Tracy. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. In motion, it's Robinson. Now they'll set up to throw. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A carry here for Tracy. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. The lane closed quickly, and here comes 3rd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a 1st down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Finding space at the 15. And he's going to be taken down.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get 1st down after 1st down. And Defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Now it is 1st and goal. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. Marked down at the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up, and they cash it in on 3rd and goal. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Here is Graham Gano to try the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Giants will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Graham Gano now, following the field goal, back to kick this one away. Bigsby to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. First and 10. In motion comes Thomas. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This run straight ahead for ETN. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. Lawrence. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. On the handoff, it's ETN. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. and in motion is Brown. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Big play coming up. This is third down. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this fourth quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
This is almost certainly 4-down territory if they need them all. Touchdown, extra point gives them the lead. It is first down and goal. They'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. Come a little closer. Here's second and goal. They'll send a tight end in motion. Again, they give it to Etienne. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up third and goal.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
So here we go. Could be the play that ends up deciding this one. Fourth down and goal. They'll run for it with Etienne. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a fourth down, fourth quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
Yeah, I don't think this coach has much of a choice. I think he had to go for it. A field goal doesn't help you a whole lot. They're trying to take the lead here late in the game, but what a stand by this defense coming through, keeping them out of the end zone.
Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. They'll operate from their own 3-yard line as they try to put something together here on this drive. It's first and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll look to throw. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
So you find yourself with a lead here in the second half, and up until this point, I think he's done a pretty good job being a contributor to that, but you don't want to protect the ball. Safe throws. Don't be afraid to get to your check down. One bad read, one forced throw can be all you need to flip this game on his head and find yourself going with a lead late to falling behind.
The Jaguars offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's first and 10. On the give, it's Etienne. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Now he'll run it.
These plays just kill you. Defense, the pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
3rd and 6. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
So here we go. Big spot for the rookie. This to cut the deficit in half. And this one right down the middle. It's good. Big points there. They are back within 3 here in the 4th quarter. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. Run the toss here to Etienne. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Lawrence. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he's in! Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The game-tying touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
Little on now for the extra point. The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the 4th quarter. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Ray going to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Here's 1st down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Now, on 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. A quick slant into the hands of Johnson. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Now a screen set up for Tracy. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a 1st down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. They'll stick to the ground. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their 2nd. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run here. And a short pickup down to the 21. Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. They'll run. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the 1st down. Slayton is the man in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Now he'll run. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts to stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll come up for 2nd and 9. He'll keep this on the zone read. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. The quarterback had the decision to make, and boy, he chose the right one, taking it in for the touchdown.
The key to this play, Mike, is the decision-making by the quarterback. Get your eyes on that defensive end. If he crashes on the handoff to the back, you pull it, he gets out in space, and he does the rest.
Here's a big moment for Big Blue. The Giants are going to go for two. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
That decision to go for two was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for two. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Bigsby to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's safe to say this offense now is entering desperation mode. They have such a long way to go with such little time to do it. You're thinking chunk plays, get out of bounds. You have to stop the clock and continue to pick up as much yardage as you can to, at the very least, be in position to take one Hail Mary shot to the end zone.
A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down. So it's a win for the Men in Blue. The Giants get it done. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game and are going to send their fans home quite happy. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.